Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to a brand new series of Hearts of Iron 4. This is playing with a mod. This is Vanilla Plus. I wanted to play with one that added more national focuses so I could play as some of the miners. However, that hasn't been updated yet, and the mod author of this mod, Vanilla Plus, basically reached out and said, does anyone want to play this? And I thought, yeah, you know what? Why not? So what does this add? It adds quite a lot, actually. Several new puppets, for example, Manchukuo is now a puppet of Japan. Japan creates the prosperity sphere rather than joining the Axis. Soviets now have a reason to join the. Soviets now have a reason to back Trotsky rather than Stalin. Battleships, airships, railway artillery, new events. Easier AI invasions of Norway and the East Indies. Several new leaders, particularly for France and Italy. Italy can block Anschluss and bring Austria into its own faction rather than into the Axis faction. Hitler can be overthrown in a military coup. Loads of things. Lots of new AI focuses, diplomacy stuff, the manpower and trade and war economy lines have been overhauled. New events to destroy things like the Maginot Line, the Alpine Line, once you've conquered those areas, and yeah, loads of stuff. So let's just get dug in. I'm going to play as Italy. Italy is the nation that you play as in the tutorial, but I realised I haven't actually done a game as Italy itself on YouTube, so that is who we are going to play as. Our goal is to start our own faction. We are basically going to try and recreate the Roman Empire. Nothing particularly original, I know, but that was basically Mussolini's entire raison d'etre. He wanted to recreate the Roman Empire, the new Roman Empire. So we're going to attack France. We're going to try and take Yugoslavia, Albania, Greece, Turkey, the entire the entire Mediterranean region, Spain, and yeah, encircle the Med basically. And then after that, we can go after some of the other people once we have reclaimed our former glory. We're not going to be joining the Axis. We will be forming our own faction. Whether we puppet or conquer people, I haven't quite decided yet, but that is what we're going to do. The other thing is we are playing with the Sunflower Patch, which means that we have access to the AI strengthening stuff. So for instance, we can make France stronger so that they entrench faster, more planning speed, use less supply, divisions recover quicker, more reinforcement rate. Division attack and division defense on core territory, so they'll be better actually defending France itself. More production, quite a lot more production, faster research, blah 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 blah, experience and loads of other things. So we're going to make France a bit stronger. We're going to make Germany slightly stronger, though not that much. Italy's staying untouched. I'm going to beef up the Soviets a bit. I'm going to beef up the Brits a little. USA I'm going to leave. Japan a little. China more. So China can actually fight back. Maybe I will beef up the Germans like so. And I am playing on veteran because I actually kind of like how veteran rebalances things, particularly the slowed down research time. So it doesn't feel like you can just research everything. You have to make some harder choices. The other thing that this mod has done is it actually retweaked a load of the national focuses as well. So I'll have to have a look over that and see precisely what has changed there. So who are we going to go after first? I think France will be our main target, at least initially. So research-wise, I think we're going to be doing pretty much the standard opening here. Just getting all the technology, all the industrial tech and construction tech as well. Production-wise, we're going to be playing for kind of the long haul, so we'll get some civilian stuff going on. Maybe something like that. No, not Venice. Yeah, something like that will do for starters. And then national focuses. Let's have a look. Whoa. Are there more? Or is this just kind of more condensed because it goes further down? So first things first, I want to kind of identify where the form faction stuff is. German cooperation, secure Austria. Will block Anschluss by the Third Reich. Austria gains Blackshirt intimidation. So it blocks them, but doesn't completely stop them. I think we will be taking the Italy first, which allows us to form our own faction, for which we will need to own Albania or Slovenia. That is fine. We can go down that route. We can go off to France once we have Italy first. Spanish-Italian alliance? No, we'll probably conquer them. Go off to Spain, support nationalist Spain. Yeah, so I think that looks okay. I think we're going to start out with the industrial stuff over on this side, so we can build up Ethiopia a little bit more, and then we'll get the industrial effort so that we can fight for the long game. And then down here we are of course at war with Ethiopia when the game starts. Yep. So let's get people organized into their commands. Let's sort you by skill. Messe is our panzer guy. Combat width, out of supply. Cavalier, that's a new one I think. Infantryman. Urban assault. Old guard, urban assault. There's a couple new medals. Are these new? Are these from the mod or are they from Sunflower? I kind of suspect these are modded. So I would like to give Messe some more combat experience, I have to say. But I'd also kind of like him to be in command of actual tanks. Do we have any actual tanks? I'm fairly sure we probably do. No, we don't. Really? Do we even have the technology for tanks? Yeah, we have the tech for them, we just haven't built any. Interesting. Okay. In which case, Messe is not going to be the commander here. Kind of like the idea of giving you the infantryman. Oh, this is over plains? No, you're not. That's not what I have in mind. Possibly Gambara. More attack and defense in urban environments, which could be useful. Commando is usually nice as well. Less out of supply. You'd be good with marines and things. In fact, you'd be very good with the marines. You know what? I'm going to have you training up. You're going to be quite important for my strategies. And then down here we need another general. I mean, Cavalier, cavalry and motorized. No. I could give you infantrymen. Garibaldi. Yeah, we'll give you those guys. So your front is here, and your objective will be Addis Ababa. You guys, your front is here, and your objective is also Addis Ababa. And we're basically just going to squish in from both sides. Marvelous. I don't think that we will need to send you many more troops. We do have an air force here as well, who can be deployed there, like so. Do we need to send in more troops? I don't think we do. Alright. Let's get you guys in a new theatre. You as well. So this is going to be the Italian theatre. Might as well just call it Italian theatre. And this is going to be Africa. Marvellous. Now, do we have anyone in Libya? A couple. I'd quite like you guys to join them, please. And we'll have you assigned to that border. And we'll probably shift these guys to, like, just defend Africa as far as we can. You guys are my Eastern army. You probably will be expected to go and actually attack stuff. Urban combat, it could be good for urban. You know what, I'll give you Messe. And you are my Western. And your role is entirely defensive. So we could take the old guard defensive doctrine guy. I'll have you over there. Oh, and you are in fact a field marshal. Okay, that's useful to know. And you can join Western. Your front is here, all assigned. Your front is here, all assigned. And then finally, I want all of my navies. Good grief, I have a lot of them. To form up in Italy, from where I will reassign you. And I'll have you based there as well. Wait, did I just cancel your move? I totally did, didn't I? Son of a... Arrgh! Irritating. I do wish there was a way of just select all on this screen. It'd be very helpful. Or select all unassigned, or select all inactive, or something like that. Oh, you are moving. Okay. Whoa, did not mean to unpause. Military factories. What are we going to produce? I'm not going to produce any planes. I'm going to have you produce just one ship, and then we'll probably tweak our production after that. Especially tier 1, so we can get tier 2. Not really that useful. We do have tier 2 battleships though, which is nice. Motorized, we're going to pull back on a bit. More support, more infantry equipment. Some more tanks. Okay, that'll do. And we'll just start accumulating some militaries, or some stuff. You guys, are you well trained? Kind of. Let's have you training you guys. In fact, no, I don't want to do that. Cancel that. Let's grab you lot into a separate army. Likewise, separate army. Your job is simply training. Don't know if commanders get experience for doing this, so we're going to train up the urban assault guy with you. Alright, good. You two could also be in... Oh, you already are. Right. I think that is more or less done. How are we looking in the Air Force? Let's just get rid of all of them for the moment. Except for the ones that are actually fighting in Eritrea. Okay. We could send more planes over here, but I don't think that we really need to. So I think we will just unpause and see how this is going. You should just be getting into position, you know. Do we need the plan? Not really. Just go. And be super aggressive. No, seriously, just be aggro. This is a fight we should not lose. Okay, so those things are attacking. I'm building up my production. We do need to look at trade, particularly for oil. Unfortunately. Who should we buy from? Someone who's not really going to be very active in these wars. I think I'm going to buy from Venezuela. Buying 24, I need 23. That seems reasonable. Okay. I'm not going to buy other stuff though, because I don't think I really need it. Ooh, I am missing something. I'm not making any artillery. Like, at all. Let's cut you back. To this. Yeah, that'll do. Slight shortages, but I'd rather have the factories at the moment actually churning out material. I'd rather have my factories churning out more factories, is what I'm trying to say there. Okay, so people are attacking. That's good. Let's speed this up to speed 4, because we can, quite frankly, just blitz through it. We've not given the Ethiopians much of a chance to prepare for this assault. We're just going to dive straight through. They do have equipment deficits, which we do not. And in fact, I'm doing this wrong. Let's have you. Oh, we don't actually touch any adjacent territories. Never mind. Up here, though, we do. So you. And you. Two of you go that way. You only have that front. Let's have Mr. Mountain attack this way. And that way we're opening up multiple fronts, so that actually means that we can bring in more troops into a battle at once. Which means we can really bring overwhelming force against this area in particular. Okay, good. That's moving. Construction, we're building 10 at a time. I'm going to just fill out Abruzzo, and then the rest we can have producing military factories. Yeah, that's fine. So what are my plans for this game? Well, there are a couple of things I want to try. One of them, is, where are you? Research in here, infantry. So special forces units, they gain a blanket bonus for their entire unit. So Mountaineer soft attack, Mountaineer organization, and that bonus just gets beefed up further and further. Now this actually stacks with the regular infantry upgrade. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and convert my infantry divisions to either mountains or either mountaineers or to marines, mostly mountaineers, and then see if we can actually get more use out of them that way. They are slightly more expensive and they do use slightly more equipment, which is why I'm focusing on infantry gear and artillery so much versus, say, tanks and motorized in particular. I can't see us using many except for the support divisions. You guys push through. Follow up. By all means, follow up. You go there. You guys go that way. Yep, that's fine. You guys are still pushing, though you're actually losing. So we're definitely winning in the northern front. The southern front's going rather less well. But I think basically so long as we take these 3 spots, then we're just fine. Aha. You've pushed up, so what I'm going to do is grab you to assist that attack, and you assist that one without actually pushing forwards, because that's what these guys are basically doing. Alright, you have done your bit. I do wish there was a way of selecting multiple. You guys can go that way. No, you guys can assist that way. You guys can push that way. Go. Okay, excellent. And we have a free dockyard, because some of the ships must have just finished. So let's finish pumping out this battleship. And let's have a look at combining all the fleets I know I have over here. Merge. And it's now one giant fleet. So the Squadra di Taranto is where I want new ships to appear. Which is in here. No, it's not, it's in here. Taranto, 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 Taranto. Though those two will probably change in a minute, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the submarines into a new fleet. And this will be known as submarines. Actually, I'm going to call you battle fleets just so. If I could spell. There we go. Like so. Then you have a commander, superior tactician Ironside. You're really good. Campione is the one that I usually used. You're a blockade runner though. And Iachino is the other one. They've got a lot more admirals than they had before. So yeah, Borghese seems to be the best. Superior tactician Ironside, that's a really good combo for the main battle fleet. And then you need a submarine guy. So potentially Campione. Potentially Iachino. I think Campione is going to be our sub-commander. We don't need you active anywhere yet. I think that's all just fine. What kind of fleet do we exactly have? Like right now, your job's just going to be the Mediterranean. So 1, 2, 3. Possibly splitting out to go and fight the French in the Western Med, though that's less of an issue right now. Alright, good. Meanwhile, in Ethiopia, how's this going? It's going. I should all be attacking, you should also be attacking. Go. Alright, let's have you guys begin an offensive over there. That should be falling fairly soon. In fact, yeah, Addis Ababa is going to fall very quickly. Okay, we've taken that. Excellent. Let's have all of you focus on this offensive. Let's have all of you focus on this one. Meanwhile, down here, we are still pushing. This should be over pretty quickly. Oh, the other thing I want to do, actually, while I think about it, is... No, we want to help out the fascists. So yes, what we want to do here is boost party popularity to fascists, so we can get the fascists with a bit more strength, thanks to their party popularity being higher. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier, but we haven't been playing that long, so it's fine. Probably isn't necessarily necessary either. And there goes Addis Ababa, which should be capitulation. Make your Ethiopia take all, end. Done. Marvellous. So Ethiopia is now ours, which means the Africa army, which is going to be these guys, you are going to be assigned to garrison, essentially, and then you are going to... I'm going to move you up here. Head over here. I'll just give you a front line there and say assigned to that. Except I've put you all in that army. Oh well, not quite what I intended, but that's fine. How are you guys doing? You're done? Where are you? You're over there. Also in that army, congratulations. And then you lot are just on garrison duty. Here. I don't even need to garrison that, just garrison that. Go. So the cavalry units, I think I'll probably turn into tanks. Okay, you're all prepared. Like so. Military factories. Right, from Ethiopia. Let's continue producing more artillery. So what do our divisions look like right now? So this Division Alpina is probably the one that we will be using the most of. We have Ethiopian War Logistics. Excellent. Let's go for industrial effort. Divisions, that's what I was looking at. So you are already quite strong. Combat with 18, so I'll probably remove something like that and then go artillery. Artillery. That's probably what I'll turn you into. You have support artillery and engineers already. I cannot yet get recon. And this will cost us a bunch of artillery, but that's okay. You will have 143 hit points, which is a lot. 46 organization. 138 soft attack. 13 hard attack. 203 defense. More breakthrough. Need less equipment and less manpower. You know what? I'm going to save that division right now. Like so. Then... what's the difference between these? You have some motorized. You do not. I'm going to make you... more obvious with the bird. Because I'll probably just turn you into regular infantry. I don't think I really need half motorized, half infantry armies, honestly. We have quite a few of them. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to grab you lot. We're going to retrain you all. That's not the way you do it. Click on you, click on you, click on here. Fantira. We could turn these guys into mountaineers, actually. You know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to turn these guys straight into mountaineers. We will need a bunch more equipment, but that's just fine. And the mountaineers are our top priority because reasons. So this will free up a bunch of motorized, I think. Is that all of them? No. One more. No, wrong unit. Oh, I did do one into infantry. Oh well, no matter. So that's a better balance of Alpine troops. They will require some training up as well. You do. You. Are all requiring training, though not much. And then you are all requiring training. In fact, you I'm going to send to my regular armies over there. So my Africa Corps, you'll notice I've given some of the much weaker troops, that's these downsized guys, they're the Division Coloniale. They're basically just there to hold the line for as long as they can before I send them more regular troops, which is just fine. Now we are short quite a lot of equipment, particularly towed artillery, but we have 800 motorized, so I'm going to completely turn motorized production off and have you produce some more guns instead. That's going to mean that we're using less oil as well. The other thing I wanted to check is how the government looks, because in the mod they did say they changed the way that conscription works. So already with limited conscription we're taking a training time penalty, which is increased for extensive and significantly increased by service for requirement. I think it's always had that. Yeah. Alright, trade. 80% resources, 25, 50, none. See, I do quite like the export focus because it gives you that 5% research time and more factory output. But it does mean that you are putting more resources on market, which means you can't automatically use them. Which right now we are trading for 3, so that would go up to 6. So it's unlikely that we would get 3 more factories by doing that, or the production value of 3 more factories. So I don't think that's really worthwhile. And don't think these have changed. No, I don't think so. Okay. And then apparently there are some more advisors and things available too. Including a Mediterranean fleet designer. Carriers, capital ships, screens and submarines. Everything improves. Really? Everything? Screen, max range, sub-detection, max speed. 50% more carrier armor, 10% more capital ship, naval firepower. Smaller deck, more armor, less range. Much less range for the... So Mediterranean ships have far less range but are way more powerful. Interesting. So you would need to conquer areas to base them out of. Don't think that's changed. Specialist, 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 expert, specialist. No geniuses. Literally no geniuses. We We could probably do the captain of industry fairly early on, and maybe a war industrialist after that. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing as well. If you have any tips or advice for me, then please do let me know in the comments below. I will add a link to the description. I will add a link to the mod in the description as well if you want to check that out. It seems pretty good so far. It's fully updated with this version, so it should work fine. I've not noticed any bugs or crashes and things just yet, so it seems good. And it does add quite a lot, and I have noticed they have changed some of the names, like that's now the Third Reich rather than Germany. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.